What are you? Well, just stay still long enough for me to take your picture. Oh, you're pretty. You're blue. Okay. Well, it's nice seeing you. Good morning.
Good morning.
That was a fun day yesterday.
It was, yeah.
We rented the dinghies, super affordable. They were $249 for 7 hours, or $195 for 3 hours. We did the 7 hours and only used it for about 4.
4, yeah.
I mean, it was a lot it was a little rough on the north end, so we didn't go to Mahau Bay, which we would have liked to have. I was kind of the bummer of the whole trip because we went high, slammed down, and I landed pretty hard on my back and my butt. So anyhow, it was a fun day. We went to 3 different beaches, Honeymoon, Keneal, and Scott. So we and it was all private. So it was our own thing, and how fun.
Yeah.
But it's our last day.
Last full day in the USVI.
Yeah, so we can't come down here and not explore the island. We don't have a car, so to support the locals, we've hired a private taxi driver. We've done that on many islands. We've done it in Antigua, we've done it on Guadeloupe, Isle of Saints. So this is kind of the way to go. And we're hoping to see some ruins, some sugar mills, hoping to go up to Bordeaux Mountain to see views of BVIs.
Beautiful day for it. It's so clear out.
So yeah, it should be about a 2.5 hour drive, we hope. And so come along and we'll see what it's like.
We'll edit that down though, so you're not watching it for 2.5 hours.
Oh no, you have to stay for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, for 2.5 hours,
So come along and we'll see what it's like. Cheers. One cool thing here at Gallows Point Resort is they are condos, and you'll see a tour of that, or you already have. And they also offer laundry facilities here if you choose to do your laundry. You can also see that they have chairs that you can just grab for the beach. And then down here, they have a water filtration system. So you can just grab your pitcher that's in your room, and you just fill up your fresh water using this ultraviolet water purifier.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know people always worry about the water quality in the islands, whether it be here in the U.S. or elsewhere. The fact that they have this so that you can come in and get your filtered drinking water is a nice feature.
Yeah, super cool.
Okay, now it's off to
catch our taxi.
Catch our taxi. We can go up these stairs right here. Today.
Nope, but it'll be all airy.
Oh yeah.
I think you get in on this side. All to ourselves. Shortly after pulling away from the resort, Tony stopped at the beach to share some of his local knowledge. Having been born and raised on the island, Tony had plenty of information and insights only a local could share. Tony drove us all over the island. Our first stop was Bethany Church. Dating back to the 1700s, the current building was built in 1919. However, the ruins of the original building are still visible. With a mission building, a cistern in which they still collect rainwater for the church, and a parish cemetery, you can really feel the history of the island and its people all around you. Next, we were off to Neptune Lookout to visit our first of several sugar mills for the day. The property owners are descendants of the slaves used to build the sugar mill. Today, they use the lookout for weddings and special occasions and have a bar that is open during normal times. From the lookout, you can see the reconstructed home of Kenny Chesney.
I believe they hold weddings in here, so we have like a little altar here for the weddings. Plenty of lighting for the events as well. It actually resides still on private property at this point. So the owners live in this home here, 2 parts of the family. I believe one family group lives on the top floor, another on the bottom floor. You can see the old ruins of the sugar mill right here. It's probably some processing and or residence of the workers from days gone by.
So if you zoom in to this right here, this house under construction, this is my favorite person's house, sadly, which was destroyed in the hurricane, which is Kenny Chesney's house. And he looks like he is rebuilding. And he had a beautiful view of the bay. Holy moly. But if you know the story, he was not here. He had 17 people in his home during the hurricane, hunkered down. And the house was just literally destroyed. But everyone survived, and that's great. And he's given back to the community of St. John over and over. And the animals, too. Our next stop was in the Virgin Islands National Park to visit Berg sugar mill ruins. The ruins are an example of an 18th century sugar and rum factory. The most impressive ruin is that of the unusual windmill tower. It was amazing to see how intact the ruins still are. Tony gave us so much information and history on the ruins, but unfortunately, he spoke so quietly we didn't get to capture it on audio.
Beautiful. All the ferns are growing in and all the crevices. And now we're below the main floor of the sugar mill. This is where they used to store a lot of their materials. If we come down here, and here you can come into more storage. Here again, you can see the cistern across the way. And more storage. And more storage. It's a testament for how they were built. Unfortunately, built by slaves. Slaves produced all the sugar. With not much to show for it.
Tony was a great driver, but it was still nerve-wracking making hairpin turns in an open-air truck. Tony never hesitated to share the views afforded by St. John of the neighboring BVIs and the local bays. He'd pull over to the side of the road just to share with us. One of the most inspirational places we visited was Francis Bay and the last sugar mill built on St. John in 1874 by George Francis. He was a former slave who was willed the property by the owner of the plantation on which he was enslaved. It is unknown if the mill was ever used, as Francis passed away shortly after its completion. So when they built these houses and these structures and these sugar mills, they used coral. This brain coral. Is that crazy? So somehow there's some kind of...
So we're at Francis Bay, and I don't know if it's just not a pleasant smell. So we're on our way now. We're headed off to Annenberg. Thank God we're in an open air taxi.
Our final stop was at the Annenberg sugar mill. This is the mill on which George Francis was enslaved. The grounds are very well preserved. Annenberg Plantation, as of 1780, was one of 25 active sugar-producing factories on St. John. Other products produced at Annenberg were molasses and rum. Annenberg was named after William Gottschalk's daughter and translates to Anna's Hill. Gottschalk was the plantation owner. Today, the plantation ruins are protected by the Virgin Islands National Park and are open to the public. The trees have reclaimed the hillside around Annenberg, and the windmill at Annenberg one of the focal points of the site, was built possibly between 1810 and 1830 and was one of the largest in the islands. There is a certain disconnect between the beautiful views from the grounds and the understanding of how the grounds and the mills were built and ran. That was super cool. We
Yeah.
kind of spent 3 hours with Tony, and he's been born and raised here, and we just left this last sugar mill, Annenberg.
Annenberg. Yeah.
And so definitely recommend that. And again, I highly recommend hiring
Tony.
And
We'll put his contact information in the link below.
Yep.
Because I nearly killed myself walking through the gate.
We're headed back now. And the coolest part of the thing, as you could see, was Tortola right there.
Yeah.
We're so close.
So close. Like I said,
right.
9 months away.
Too sure. I'm glad we grabbed a appetizer before our dinner.
Dinner? What dinner? I think this is
We have a very nice dinner tonight.
in like 2.5 hours. So
We haven't eaten all day.
I think we'll be running home instead of just walking home to work this off. Awesome.
Oh
Thank
my.
you so much.
This is crazy. I thought you were going to do your dance. Don't come towards me, though. I just think you're cute. Well, this is our last night. We're getting ready to go to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope you have enjoyed this trip. One thing, as you notice, we said in the very beginning of this is, we're not professional YouTubers by any
Nope.
means. We simply want to document our journey. That's what it's about. How can you get on the water? If you don't own a boat, you can rent a dinghy. You
Right.
can rent a boat on Lake Union. You can do kayaking. There's just a number of different things. So that's what this channel is about until we find our liveaboard boat. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Make them nice. We've had we've had a few people that are coming after us. No need to do that. We're not trying to be YouTubers.
Right.
We're just trying to journal our journey. And subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And
share with your family and friends.
Share with your family and friends. And maybe you'll find us someday down here in the USVIs on a boat. You never know.
You never know.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone. And scene.